if you're landing shots in aim trainers and in practice mode, but you're missing completely in actual matches, it's probably not your hands. It's what your eyes aren't seeing. Most players blame missed shots on mechanics, but the real issue might be the way you're looking at the game. Now, this isn't about flicks or sensitivity settings or just how ridiculous your crosshair looks. This is about how the best players see. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're in the middle of a team fight. You see the rat. You start chasing him, and then you miss a Black Panther whooshing across the screen, flanking you from the side, and your first thought is, what the fuck just happened? That is tunnel vision.
In neuroscience, there's a phenomenon called attentional narrowing.
It's when your brain is under stress, which I know it's probably all the time. And when it's under stress, it focuses all of your attention on one thing and starts filtering out everything else. Now, in the real world, that's a survival mechanism. If you're in danger, chased by a rabbit, raccoon, or something, this kind of tunnel vision helps you focus and act quickly. But in a video game, that same instinct works against you. The more pressure you're under, the more your vision just collapses. Now, here's where people get it confused. Tunnel vision isn't the same as being locked in. Tunnel vision, that's you losing control of your focus. Tunnel vision isn't just a concept. It's a pattern. It's something that's embroidered within you most likely. And once you start spotting it, you realize it happens way more than you think. How do you catch it? Here's a couple of ideas. The first one is record one match. Watch it back very closely, but don't look at your aim. Ignore your crosshair. Pause it at critical moments and just scan the screen. And most importantly, start thinking about what was happening on the screen that you didn't process. Did you at any point stop scanning around you, or were you just framed in this one square, which is sort of centered around your crosshair, and everything else behind you and on the sides of you was just a blur? Things like that in your VOD review are really gonna help you see what you didn't see. And then in the next games, you'll start looking for the things that you didn't see. Are you following me? Am I making sense? I think I am. What I like about this is that tunnel vision becomes super obvious when you know what to look for. Let's look at what some high-level players are doing differently and how they keep their vision sharp even when everything gets very chaotic. Here's something I want you to remember. Your aim doesn't fail when you miss the shot. It fails 2 seconds earlier when your attention collapses. High-level players protect their vision. They gather information before they shoot. A lot of YouTube guides out there are gonna misguide you. They're gonna say things like, never stop shooting. If you're Mantis or Hawkeye or Hela, you do so much damage that if you just keep shooting like crazy and never let go off of the left click, you'll be fine. The only character that can sort of get away with that is Squirrel Girl, so don't do that. Top players do other things. They run a mental minimap that refreshes every few seconds. So as they're scanning, they're almost copying the information into their brain and creating a virtual map of the map in their own brain. So when you're scanning and you just do a 360, you can quickly see, oh yeah, hey, here's my backline. Look at that cloak and dagger. Oh, so the rat is there, cloak and dagger is there, we have a Psylocke over there, we have my tank in front of me, then here's me. Okay, I kind of know what's going on. Oh, hey, I saw a Black Panther, and here's Spider-Man. You always scan and you're always tracking everything, not just what's in front of your cursor. So that mental minimap is something that top players do all the time, and it does play in service to improving your aim and just being better at landing shots. In interviews, players like Tenzi and Fleeta talk about tracking multiple threats using what they call mental pings. They don't just react to enemies on screen, they're just constantly checking off angles in their head and monitoring everything. Pro Overwatch player ML7 once described it like this: I'm not playing just what's in front of me, I'm playing what I expect to happen in about 3 seconds. And when it comes to esports coaches, they often describe that the players are having, what do they call it? Attentional discipline. It's the ability to control where and when their eyes move. In cognitive science, this ties into something called saccadic control. It's your brain's ability to move your gaze between targets quickly, and elite players out there train that. They're not just seeing more, they're just seeing the right things at the right time. And let me show you one more thing. This video was never about better aim. It's about how you handle pressure. It's about how you stay clear in the middle of chaos, how you stop letting the game happen at you and start actually reading it. Most players don't lose just because they're bad, they lose because they're overloaded, because their focus collapsed, because they froze, especially in a game like this one where so much is happening at the same time. But you watch this video, you're not gonna do that anymore. You're coming from the Nerf pool school of being awesome and sexy. You're scanning now, you're predicting. You're staying in control. So the next time the fight gets messy, don't speed up, don't panic. Just stop, breathe, and look. The player who sees first wins. Before you go, if you want me to expand on this topic with some more practical things and less theory, let me know. I hate it when I watch YouTube videos that touch on really interesting topics and then there's no gabagool, there's no zuzz to it. There's just as it's missing the sauce. So if you want the sauce, I'll give you the sauce. Just let me know.